Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers NORC, Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
Listen to you guys and notice what I'm hearing. Okay, so here we are. It's Wednesday morning, and the recipe we're following is that we learn from others. So I'm using a book from Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese monk, Buddhist monk, who passed a few years ago. And then we'll do the physical practice, and then I'll read it again. And then we do the meditation. Habit energy. I'm reading on page 40 if anyone has the book. Habit energy. There is a story in Zen circles about a man and a horse. The horse is galloping quickly, and it appears that the man on the horse is going somewhere important. Another man standing alongside the road shouts, "Where are you going?" And the first man replies, "I don't know. Ask the horse." This is also our story. We are riding a horse. We don't know where we're going, and we can't stop. The horse is our habit energy, pulling us along, and we are powerless. We're always running, and it has become a habit. We struggle all the time, even during our sleep. We are at war within ourselves, and we can easily start a war with others. We have to learn the art of stopping. Stopping our thinking, our habit energies, our forgetfulness, the strong emotions that rule us. When an emotion rushes through us like a storm, we have no peace. We turn on the TV and then we turn it off. We pick up a book and then we put it down. How can we stop this state of agitation? How can we stop our fear, despair, anger, and craving? We can stop by practicing mindful breathing, mindful talking, mindful smiling, and deep looking in order to understand. Okay, so with that in mind, we're gonna do the physical practice, and then I'll read it again, and then we do the seated meditation. So let's try that for now. So finding your seat, sitting up tall. Notice your breathing. A big inhale, big exhale. And then if you want to bring your awareness to your feet, maybe you lift the toes, lift the heels, reminding yourself of the connection to earth. And then maybe shift your awareness to your sitting bones. Notice the two strong, heavy sitting bones. Maybe shift the weight a little bit from side to side just to feel each sitting bone separately and then together. And then if you want to bring your awareness to the pit of the belly, imagine how the pit of the belly goes in and up, and supports the spine to lengthen up towards the universe. Maybe place a finger on top of the crown of the head. And that helps you to kind of push the crown of the head up towards the sky. So the sitting bones are grounding into earth, yielding to earth, and the crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Two forces going in opposite direction, creating balance. The shoulders are wide, neck is long. And then from the crown of the head, if you want to, imagine how you're dropping down to midbrain. Drop down to midbrain, third eye. And what can you see with your third eye or midbrain? What can you see? And then if you want to, you can place your hands on your knees and then gently start the cat-cow movement. Waking up the physical and the spiritual spine. And notice your breathing. And maybe if you want to, you can align your breathing with your movement. Exhale and round. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, round. Inhale into back bend. So your breath and your body, the first two koshas, kosha 1 and 2, are working together just like a functioning team. And then coming back to stillness or to neutral, add some blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. And then maybe bend a little bit from side to side. Maybe release the hands and reach up and pick something. Reach and pick, reach and pick. And then come to stillness, turn to one side, release the arms out wide. Fingertips are moving away from each other. Maybe look behind you. And then release. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. And then maybe a little bit of side bending. If you'd like, you can release the fingers and reach up. Reach and pick, reach and pick. Come to stillness, turn to the other way or the other side. Let the arms go out wide. One hand is reaching back and the other one is reaching forward. Maybe look behind you. What did you learn yesterday? And then release. Look at one thumb. Pick a color. Create or draw a big circle. 3, 2, 1. And then back to neutral. Look at your other thumb. Pick the same or a different color. 3, 2, 1. And back to neutral. This time, if you want to, you can place your arms in cactus and then gently shifting or twisting from side to side. Maybe reach forward like you were swimming, and then you can swim backwards. And then placing the hands back in cactus and lifting the knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Knees and elbows, they seem to like each other. Notice how the pit of the belly goes in and up. And then if you want to, you can cross the midline. Cross the midline. And then release. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars again, all the way up. Turn the hands over, clasp the hands, and then straighten the elbows. How tall can you get? Do you get taller on the inhale or the exhale? Release the fingertips out wide. Turn the palms up and then forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And this time, clasp the hands behind you. Stay here. Maybe bring your awareness to one part of your body that feels tight. And then breathe into that tightness. Maybe imagining the breath as water, warm, healing, cleaning, cleansing water. Release one arm, shake it out, bring it all the way up, and then place the hand in between your shoulder blades. Release the other arm, shake it out, and then bring it up and place it on top of the other hand. And release the first arm down. And then the second. And then release both arms. Okay. Hands on your knees, and then gently shift the weight from sitting bone to sitting bone. Maybe bring the feet a little bit wider to get more stability. And then if you want to, start creating circles. You can go one way and then the other way. Maybe go from side to side or like a diagonal pattern. And then come back to neutral. Bring the feet together, Tadasana feet, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. And then lift that right knee up, creating big circles, opening up that hip joint. Step it out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. Breathe. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can place the hands on the floor. Maybe walk to one side and the other side, and just explore this posture. Dropping the head. And then eventually inhale and come back up. Cross the legs over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and turn away from that knee. Look behind you. And release. Back to big toe to touch, heels slightly apart, and then lift the left knee up, creating those big circles, opening up the hip joint. And then step it out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. You know the drill. Shoulders are wide, neck is long. And on this side, maybe you'd like to try something different. Maybe you place one arm down and lift the other one high. Maybe you place it behind your back. What kind of movements are helpful to you this morning? Inhale and come back up. Cross the leg over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and turn away from that knee. And then release and come back. Okay, so let's do when we working with the legs. So bring the heels a little bit closer to the chair. Transfer your weight up and just make sure that everything works and that the chair is where you need it. And then start the workout. Coming up and down, maybe lifting one leg and then the other. Maybe stay here. Maybe count to pick a number like 5. And when it starts burning or when you start feeling it, stay a little bit longer. Maybe transfer the weight to one leg. And then the other leg. Maybe come down and take a break if that's what you need. And then try again. Maybe jump. And then come down, release. And then finally transfer the weight, come all the way up, and then stay up. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over. Straighten the elbows. And then some gentle side bending. Maybe release the fingers and reach up and pick something, maybe apple picking. And then come to stillness, turn, release the arms out wide. Maybe look behind you. And release. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up, clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Maybe reach and pick, reach and pick. Come to stillness, turn, let the fingertips move away from each other. And release. Look at your thumb. 3, 2, 1. Look at the other thumb. 3, 2, 1. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. Let them swing from side to side. Maybe bend the knees. And then maybe move around in your space. Let the arms go. And then eventually coming to cactus arms, gently twisting from side to side. Maybe reaching forward. Imagine that you go swimming. What kind of water do you like? And then backwards. And then knee to elbow, lifting knee to elbow. Crossing the midline. And you can leave the mat. You don't have to stand in the same place. You can move around and do this. Hands on your hips. And then wake up the hamstrings. And then start lifting the leg out to the side. Lifting the leg out to the side, waking up that outer hip. Eventually, if you want to, you can balance on one foot. And notice how both the standing leg and the lifted leg are working pretty hard to do this. So one part of you is very stable and grounded, and the other one is light and playful. And then try the other side. And then come back. Okay, now open up the fingers. Imagine, so Thich Nhat Hanh, he talked about habit energy. So imagine a habit that you have that is no longer helpful. A habit that you have that is no longer helpful. Could be like a heavy furniture, and then push it away, 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 and then keep it away. It's gonna push back because you wanna come back. You wanna come back, and maybe you kind of give in a little bit, and then you push it back, push it back, push it back. Breathe. Maybe you need to add some extra force to keep it away. No longer helpful. Maybe it was helpful once upon a time, but no longer now. Now you want to create a new habit that is better for you. And then release. Okay, now when we have gotten rid of, or we have pushed back that habit that we no longer need, we want to welcome in something new. Let's do 3 sun salutations. We want to welcome the sun back into life. I like to keep my feet hip distance apart. That gives me more stability. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. That was 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. That was 2. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale up and over. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down the midline. And then stay there, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. And release. Okay, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back. Find the earth behind you, first with the toes and then with the heel. Building warrior one from the foundation up. Foundation up. Okay, let's add some blinking, bubbling stars. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten those elbows. Breathe. Looking straight ahead. Release the fingers. Place your hands in your back pockets. Let the elbows move towards each other. Release the hands. Hold on to the chair. Transfer the weight and lift that back foot up. The toes are pointing down. Warrior three. Maybe lift the opposite hand off the chair. Maybe lift the other hand off the chair. Maybe allow them to go out in like airplane. And stay a little bit longer than you want to. And then bend and come back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heel. Warrior one. Gathering information. Observing without judgment. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Clasp the hand, turn them over. Breathe. Release the fingertips away from each other. Place the hands in your back pockets, elbows move together. Shoulders are widening. And the spine is moving forward and the heart can release back. Release the hands, hold on to the chair, transfer the weight forward. Lift the back leg up, the toes are pointing down. Lift the opposite hand off the chair. Maybe if you want to, you can take the other hand off the chair too. And then maybe let the arms go out in airplane. And then bend and come back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves, and finding warrior two. Flip the front hand and reverse the warrior. Now, this time, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Find an extended side angle. The back foot is grounded into earth and the top arm is reaching up towards the sky. And you are right here in the present moment in perfect balance. Come back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee. Let the hands slide down, finding Trikonasana. Fingertips are moving away from each other. The neck is long. Inhale, rebend and come back to warrior two. Place the hands on the chair, drag that back foot with you, and then lift it up. Dip the toe in the water, lift it up. Dip the toe in the water, lift it up. And then bring the feet back together, bend the knees and come back up to standing. Let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves, finding warrior two. One hand in the past and the other one in the future. And we are right here, where we're supposed to be. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. And come back to warrior two. Now, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Your back foot is grounded into earth and the top hand is reaching up and forward, up and forward. Come back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee. Let the hands slide down, finding Trikonasana. That front hip is moving back. Push into the base of your big toe. Rebend the front knee and come back up to warrior two. Place the hands on the chair, drag that back foot with you and lift it up, dip the toe, lift it up. And then bring the feet together, bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay, let's try tree posture. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. We're starting in Tadasana, mountain posture. Now transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off the floor. We've done this many times. One part of you, one side of you is steady and grounded, and the other side of you is light and playful. And now you have a choice. So what kind of tree would you like to create? One part of you is very stable, and the other one has space to create. So what kind of tree would you like to be? You can be, maybe you like to be a traditional tree. Maybe you want to let your branches go very high and wide. Ooh. Maybe you like to be around a tree. Or maybe you don't want to be a tree at all. You want to be a dancer. Or a pigeon. And then eventually finding your way back to Tadasana. Let's try the other side. Transit the way to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Checking in with that stability. And when you feel that stability, then maybe lift the toes off the floor. Maybe you don't really know what you want to be. So you're going to just try a few different things. Nah, not for me. Not sure. I'll just go back to this for now and try again later. And then eventually finding your way back to Tadasana, mountain posture. Okay, place the hands on the chair. Bring the feet a little bit wider than your hips. Spread the toes, spread the toes. Release the knees down. Let those toes open up. Breathe. Look at your thumb. 3, 2, 1. And this time, maybe you let the thumb touch the heel. Hips are moving towards the chair. And release. Look at the other thumb. 3, 2, 1. And maybe thumb touches heel. And release. This time, look at both thumbs. Inhale up. Exhale and place the hands in your back pockets. Elbows come together, shoulders move apart from each other. Maybe you want to release the hands to your heels. That's an option. Hips are moving towards the chair. Engage the core, lengthen the spine, and come back up. Now untuck the toes, bring the knees a little bit wider, big toes to touch, and then let the hips move back to your heels, finding a child's posture. Inhale, come back up. Now, create a stable support. Maybe clasp the hands, and then the elbows are wide, so we're creating like a triangle. Tuck the toes. Lean into your support, engage the core, and then lift the knees off the chair. You could stay here if you want to work with strength. And then come all the way up. Walk your feet towards the chair. Armpits move away or move towards your legs. And then stay here in dolphin posture a few moments. Bend your knees and come back up to standing. Okay, now let's continue with the meditation. So I'm going to read Thich Nhat Hanh again one more time, and then we'll do the meditation. So I think we're going to skip the Satnama. I'm going to do the reading, and then we practice only the meditation where you bring your awareness to the breathing. So let's just go over that technique. So the idea is that here we are. I find my seat, and then I bring my awareness to my breath. I notice the inhale, I notice the exhale. And then after a while, the mind starts to wander. That's what the mind does. And what we're mainly doing here is we are observing awareness, acceptance, action. We're observing the mind. So the mind starts to wander. You start to thinking about what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do later, what happened yesterday, what she said and he said, and like whatever. And the mind can be very, very active. And then there's another part of you, the wisdom body. In yoga, we talk about the 5 koshas. The wisdom body in you starts to notice this. That is a cool thing. So there's a part of you that notice that the mind is creating all these stories. So one part of you is simply observing without judgment what's going on. And then you say, okay, here we are again, creating all these stories. And all these stories, they create emotions: fear, anger, happiness, joy, any kind of emotion. And then we release the story. This is just a release the story. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And then after a while, the mind is going to start to wander again, create stories. Could be for 5 seconds or 5 hours. We don't know. And then at some point, the witness part of you will notice that this is going on. And you can tell yourself, oh, I'm creating stories again. And then we let the story go, bring your awareness back to the breathing. And then we just do this over and over and over again. And when we do this regularly, what we notice, or what I notice, is that some days it's almost like the stories are so intense that I can notice it, but it's hard to let go. And I might let go, and I might keep my focus on my breathing 1 or 2 breaths, but then the stories are just bombarding me. Okay, that's a day where I'm not going to take a lot of important decisions. When my mind is being bombarded with stories, I'm going to kind of try to stay out of trouble. Because I know things are going to change. And then another day comes, or a few hours later, and the stories are less intense. Interesting, things changed. And that might be the time where I make decisions. Okay, so let's see what Thich Nhat Hanh had to say about this. Habit energy. There is a story in Zen circles about a man and a horse. The horse is galloping quickly, and it appears that the man on the horse is going somewhere important. Another man standing alongside the road shouts, "Where are you going?" And the first man replies, "I don't know. Ask the horse." This is also our story. We are riding a horse. We don't know where we're going, and we can't stop. The horse is our habit energy pulling us along, and we are powerless. We are always running, and it has become a habit. We struggle all the time, even during our sleep. We are at war within ourselves, and we can easily start a war with others. We have to learn the art of stopping our thinking, our habit energies, our forgetfulness, the strong emotions that rule us. When an emotion rushes through us like a storm, we have no peace. We turn on the TV and then we turn it off. We pick up a book and then we put it down. How can we stop this state of agitation? How can we stop our fear, despair, anger, and craving? We can stop by practicing mindful breathing, mindful talking, mindful smiling, and deep looking in order to understand. Okay, so we have about 8-9 minutes, so a little bit longer than we usually do. And at the end of the meditation, I will play the bowl so you know that it's done. Okay, sitting up tall, finding your seat, shoulders are wide, neck is long. And then notice your breathing. Just notice your natural inhale and natural exhale. And then for all of us, the mind will eventually start wandering. And when you notice that, you just label it, okay, here I am thinking or creating a story. You let it go, bring your awareness back to your breathing and start again. So let's do this for about 8 minutes together. I'll be quiet now for 8 minutes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently move your head, maybe roll the shoulders. Take a big breath in, let it go. If you want to, you can place your hands in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank you, inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, look at the floor, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.